Instagram से जा सके live. Think we are now live. Namaskar, namaskar, namaskar. How are you, dear friend? Um, Today happens to be a Friday, and I thought that I want to begin a series of conversations specifically for people who have just got back home after work and are looking at what else is possible. So, this series is going to be called What Else Is Possible. This is something which inspires me. So I said I will engage in that conversation. Now, hi Rima Rana, how are you? Namaskar. So essentially, when we look at it, this conversation is okay. Let me just tell you, this conversation is going to be in English, and therefore, it's going to be mainly for an audience which is on LinkedIn, which might even be watching me elsewhere. So I'm open to uh, how you would want this conversation in which language. Now, typically when we are working, we want to create results in the area that we are working in. So all of us have a role in the profession that we are. So we have a role, and then that role is there as part of a profession. Now, we are typically wanting results in that role. And then we think a little more vast. We say, okay, so that's my profession. In that, how will it be if I can create results? Um, so let's face it, all of us want to create extraordinary results, but we want those results to be in our life, right? But we sometimes confuse it by saying that I want to create amazing, extraordinary results, maybe in this role or maybe in this profession. More and more, I have discovered in life is that it is important to give yourself more opportunities. It is very important for you to give yourself more chances to crack things. And I liken it a bit with a large buffet. So rather than thinking that your life is a la carte of the things that you've already picked up, that that's the only thing which is there on my plate, or the other two things which are available, how will it be if you can start looking at life itself and you in life as someone who is at a buffet, and it's a huge buffet, and there are many opportunities that you have in which you can crack and get the result that you want in your life. So, what else is possible is going to be a series in which I'm going to share with you and chat with you about what is this change in mindset we need to bring to ourselves. So instead of looking at I have only limited possibilities, to really go into the zone which I call of unlimited possibilities, unlimited me. Now, why? First of all, please get it. Do you like to be tied up, or do you like to be free? Yeah, I'm sure each one of us likes to be free. Would you like to be straitjacketed like that you can't see here and there? Or do you want to be someone who can be doing this? Right? We all want to be open. We all want to have the flexibility, have the ability to move and to see, to observe and to absorb, and then to create. Now, we had all those qualities, when we were children. And then we got slowly and steadily, we were asked, and then we also became more specialized. And we have examples of people who got specialized, and then we said, even I need to get specialized, which is a fantastic thing. So, congratulations wherever you are in your specialized form. But the point that I got is in my life, what I got is that after my a degree of specialization, because I came from an era where some specialization was needed. So even though acting was an alternate thing, people didn't think of acting as a profession. All right, so I thought of acting as a profession, but after that, I am an actor. That's it. Okay, I'm an actor. And then over the years, I discovered that I am also an actor. Acting is just one of the things that I'm doing. And that has resulted in me being open to possibilities. So, in this entire series, I'm going to chat about what has allowed me to see more is possible. Because when you begin to see that more is possible, that is when you start investing yourself into looking for more possibilities, finding more things, ideating on various things so that you can actually create more for yourself. So, this is going to be the beginning of this conversation called What Else is Possible. Now, consider one thing very basic. You've got bills to pay? Yes, we all have bills to pay, taxes to pay, bills to pay. And then also, we want to do more things with our life. Isn't it so? Yes. And when we look around, don't you see that there are more things that we feel like we can do? Oh, I didn't realize even that is there. Oh, even that is there. Okay, that's a new service which has come up. Oh, that's a new thing I could do and get. Yes or yes. So the world is continuously opening up and throwing up new possibilities for us to buy, to spend money for, right? And then we have that one thing that we are doing. And we say, I got to earn more money in this one thing to do so many other things. Now, I will be very, very, very happy if you're doing very well. All right. That's amazing. Congratulations. But how would it be if you can also have some more possibilities of doing well in other fields too? This conversation is about that. Because let's face it, any profession, any role in any profession can you can face a downturn in it for any reason. Those reasons could be extraneous, those reasons could be from within you, any reason that suddenly you are not finding a buyer for what you are supposedly trained for. What happens to you then? Remember, the world is changing. The world is opening up new possibilities. People are growing. Now, how will it be for you if you have more things to work on? Now, the important thing is that these things don't just materialize. You have to continuously be nurturing the new, and over a period of time, they develop. And at different points, they come to fruition. And remember, in each one of these things, you are thinking independently, you're thinking in ways. So let me give you an example. I am an actor. I am an actor and I work across 11 languages, but I am an actor. While doing that, I also discovered that, you know what, I can also be a motivational speaker. So even as I kept growing my business as an actor, I now had another option for me, which was to expand my business as a motivational speaker. Now, these both may be similar in terms of communicating, but very different in terms of the material that goes out. So one had to train and understand what are the needs for me, what are the needs of the businesses which may need me as a motivational speaker. So the work had to be done in this. I had to learn, train myself, come abreast with what is required by companies, because remember, this line of work was very different from me as an actor. Very different. Now, slowly and steadily, I developed myself in this. As a result, now for a few years, I do nearly at times 10 sessions a month, and I travel all over and I give my motivational sessions. Now, while I was doing that, I also started sharing videos on thought, on altering perceptions, on altering mindsets. The same motivational stuff I started doing online. I started creating and reaching out to people far beyond the people I could physically reach through my talks, like one on one, offline. Now, this has opened up possibilities far beyond I ever imagined. Now, it was not just putting up talks up there, there's a certain new discipline about social media. So, even as I started taking my first of my steps in social media, I discovered even as I spoke about ideas, I could also be talking about some other things. And that is how I discovered that, what? I can create vlogs, vlogs, video logs, like blogs, vlogs. And that is how Ashish Vidyarthi Actor Vlogs was born. Now, as you would have noticed, I am developing myself as an actor. I am developing myself as a motivational speaker. And at the same time, I am developing myself as a vlogger. Around the same time, something called the reel came into my life. And I discovered that I can do something around food. And that's how it started as a joke. My colleague Swapnil Sonavane suddenly said, "You like to eat? How about just eating and I'll shoot you with that while you're doing it?" And that's what he did in vertical format. Now, at that point, I had no knowledge of this. I had no idea what this is. So, over this period of time, I discovered that there is a certain following which I started having with my food reels, a certain following which started happening along with my vlogs on YouTube, certain following that started happening as a motivational speaker when I went out and impacted people. Now, here is something very, very interesting that I discovered. And this is what I want you to know, my friend. Even as we understand that businesses are to be reached by LinkedIn, and we all know that, how powerful that is, I also discovered another very interesting aspect, that the biggest of businesses, which are run by the brightest of minds, the leaders and the people who work in it, in their pastime, they watch Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. So, guess what? Even as I was doing my work specifically on LinkedIn regarding my motivational work and reaching out to corporates, you will be astonished at the number of people who have reached out to me and offered us work, as in the motivational space, because I am regularly in touch with them on their mobile devices through Instagram, through my YouTube videos. Are you getting a sense of it? Now, when I did any one of these things, the results were not planned. One was not going in so that one gets that result. One was going in because I really wanted to think what else is possible for this person? What else is possible for me to do that which inspires me? It's a question of mindset. Now, typically, all of us want to have great results. Yes, right? Yes. And isn't it also true that we also want to get it right? Isn't it so? So, one of the discoveries that I have made in my life is that there is no one way or no set ways to getting it right, because there is no one who knows that how to get it right. What I've discovered is that as you go out and do things which you really wish to, you are creating possibilities, creating openings of which the results you are not even aware of. So the intent definitely is to succeed, is to get a winner. But please remember, success is not guaranteed. In fact, the game of success is for you to be consistently exploring what else is possible. Because that, in that way, you are consistently pushing your envelope, pushing the cheese every day. You're not worried about, you're not worried about people saying, I told you this won't work, or I told you that will work. You're not even wanting to tell people that I knew this will work. The battery just got exhausted. Can we just get this live again? The battery got exhausted. हो गया वो हो गया ठीक है right end stream